Hi everybody, my name's Alicia. I am basically refilming this now for the second time, but I just wanted to introduce myself. This is my new makeup beauty channel. Sorry, my daughter is in here with me. Say hi. This is Olivia. So basically I wanted to create a beauty channel and share all of my knowledge and information that I have as a professional makeup artist to all of you. So I'm starting out with a everyday makeup routine that I do as a busy mom. This is my 17-month-old daughter Olivia, and then I have a 4-week-old son. So I am very busy and I have a lot going on, so I don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning. And so that's why I created this video, and that's why I'm creating this channel, because I want to share everything that I've learned throughout my career in makeup and my life with makeup and different products that I've used and that I love and maybe don't love. So I just wanted to come on today and share that with you. So I hope you enjoy this video. I don't want to make this too long, but I hope you guys enjoy it and take into consideration what I use every day, and maybe you'll incorporate that into your own routine, maybe not. But if there's anything else you want to see, please let me know. I will be trying to post videos regularly as I get more comfortable with doing this. Please have patience. I am not a professional. I am not sponsored by anybody. This is strictly on my own time. Just something that I wanted to do for all of you and all the people that request, to know what I do every day. So this is just a great way for me to do it without actually having to show each and every one of you. You can all tune into this channel and see for yourselves. So without further ado, please, let's just get right into the video. Say bye.
Hey everyone, so let's get started. I am trying to get ready for the day today. I wanted to do this video for you guys to show you exactly what I do pretty much every morning for my makeup routine, because I'm a busy mom of 2. I have an infant son who's 4 weeks old today, I can't believe it, and I have a 17-month-old daughter who's just about to get up. So I wanted to just film what I do every single day for the most part. Some days I don't wear makeup just because I'm home and I have nowhere that I'm going, but today I do plan on escaping the house at some point. So I'm just gonna go through everything that I do normally and just show you what products I use, what brushes I use, and hopefully that will help you in your everyday routine to get your day started and look and feel fresh. So the first thing I did, first and foremost, was wash my face, which I didn't film, and do my skincare routine. So if you guys want to see that video, I'd be more than happy to show you what I use every single day as well as at night, and kind of give you a rundown of my routine for that too. So I always do at least a vitamin C serum, and then I moisturize on top of that. After that, I let that sit into my skin for a little bit before I go in with any kind of primer or foundation and start my makeup for the day. I have the Master Prime foundation primer. This is the Blur and Illuminate. I also have the Blur and Smooth, as I'm dropping it. It looks just like this. It says Blur and Smooth. And this stuff is pretty nice. This is very hydrating and moisturizing, whereas the Blur and Smooth is a little bit more mattifying. This I like a lot because I have a couple foundations that are very matte, and I still like to have a little bit of a glow going on. As you can see right now, I'm very glowy from my moisturizer. And I basically have a couple foundations that I generally use. The one that I'm using right now is the Better Skin by Maybelline. And as you will see, I use a lot of drugstore products, mainly because on myself, I'm not spending a ton of money to get myself ready in the morning to be home. I kind of just made a deal with myself because I am a professional makeup artist, and it's something that I really enjoy doing for myself on a daily basis, that I would do my makeup when I have time, and just to help feel better about myself and feel fresh and awake and not like a drab mom that's home all day and I don't do anything for me. So this is kind of just what I do quickly to help myself, feel a little bit better. So again, I use the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. This is in the color Nude Beige. It's number 25. And right now I'm pretty pale. I can't wait for summer so I can get a tan. I actually just used, I have the Tarte Amazonian Clay. I really love this stuff for summer just because it goes on and blends very well and it stays put. It really, I think this was like, it's 12-hour makeup and it's oil-free, so this is very, very matte. So like if you're gonna be sweating or if you're gonna be outside, you know, in the hot sun, or if you have oily skin, this stuff is awesome. It blends really nicely and it pairs well with that brush that they sell with it. Let me just show you. I have it, but it's really dirty, so I'm not gonna be using this today, but this is the brush. I love this brush. It's just, if it's not clean, it leaves like lines on your face. So I have to clean it. I'm also probably going to do a video of how to clean your makeup brushes. I just got this really cool tool that my mom got me. She actually, I think she found it at like Marshall's, and it's something that I've seen and I've been wanting to try it because it looks so cool to use, and you don't have to use like a sponge or anything like the, you know, the scrubby sponges to really clean off your brushes. So I may do a future video on that. I am going to be using the Maybelline Better Skin. As I said before, I'm going to prime with the Blur and Illuminate. I have kind of taken the place of a high-end backlighting primer. It's the Becca Backlighting Priming Filter. And it kind of does the same thing as this Maybelline, so it's a total dupe for that. It looks like this, and it's Backlight Priming Filter by Becca. I ran out, and I really love that stuff for my more matte foundations underneath, just to kind of still give me a little glow. If you like matte, then don't, you know, just do your regular primer. You don't really have to do a primer. I've always done a primer just because I feel like it helps hold the makeup in, it helps set everything, so that's why I use it. So I'm just gonna take a couple pumps of my foundation. I have my beauty sponge, which is by Real Techniques. This is kind of dirty, but you wanna make sure that you wet this under the sink and like maybe squeeze it out like 3 or 4 times and then dry it with either a paper towel or a regular bath towel, and just to make sure that the makeup doesn't absorb into the sponge. But this is like $5. I got it at ShopRite. They sell them at Walmart. They sell them at Target. And I'm just gonna basically blot this into the makeup and then onto my face. I'm sorry, I'm looking over here because that's where my mirror is. Sometimes I bring it down my neck just to kind of blend. I have a nice red mark from scratching. The next thing I do is concealer. So concealer, I'm using, the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in color Fair Beige. I do really like this stuff. I do use this on my makeup clients, but I do have to say, if you're somebody that doesn't like something really thick and you want a lighter coverage, or if you don't like the heavy feeling of this because you're not used to wearing a lot of makeup, I wouldn't recommend this. I would probably recommend the Naked Skin by Urban Decay concealer. That stuff is amazing and it has great coverage. It's very light. I do tend to head towards high-end when I do concealer because I just think you get what you pay for. There are some really nice drugstore concealers that you can buy that are great quality. I just tend to gravitate towards the higher end because I think they last longer and I think they're a better product overall. So if you're gonna spend the money, definitely get a good concealer. It's going to make all the difference. But I just make a little bit of a V shape under the eye. I go down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then I take my beauty sponge again and go right under there and blend that out. I even take it under my eyelid because that helps give a good base for eyeshadow if you're going to do eyeshadow. If not, I have a very veiny eyelids. I don't know if you guys can see, but I like to cover that up. All right, so the next thing I do is I set my face. So I have, this looks like the Mercier translucent powder. It's just in this container. I don't have the original container, but this is actually the RCMA setting powder. It doesn't have any color to it. So it's just a nice powder, basic powder. I take this big fluffy brush and I just kind of dip it in the lid and I blot this first under my eyes and on my eyelids. Make sure to tap off the excess. You don't want like a powder bomb going off on your face. And across my forehead. So mainly like the T-zone area. And then I just kind of drag it down and blend everywhere else. The reason for this step is you want to make sure your makeup isn't going anywhere. You know, you kind of feel that tacky feeling after you do your foundation. This is going to help with that, and it's also going to help your makeup last all day. Especially, you know, if you have any fine lines, obviously concealer isn't going to help hide them, but you want to make sure that your makeup is not sitting in those lines. So that powder will help you. I do love the Mercier translucent powder. Again, it's just not something I use on myself every single day because it's expensive. I do use it on my clients though. It's one of my #1 powders that I love. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm using butter bronzer. This is actually by Physicians Formula, another drugstore product. Oh, and the setting powder I actually ordered on Amazon. So I will list everything below in the description as to what I'm using today and where you can find it, because obviously I know some of you may want to purchase that in the future. But this, again, another drugstore product. I have a ton of bronzers. I can't even count on my hands how many bronzers I have. I have high-end, I have drugstore. This just happened to be one that's been in my drawer for probably like 4 years. And as you can see, I mean, I've used it a lot, but it's nowhere near gone. And I just found it, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll use this today. So I used it, I'm like, wow, I really love this. So there's so many products that I have that I forget that I have because I have so much makeup that I went back to and I was like, wow, this is great. Okay, so I'm gonna take this on this is like an angled fluffy brush, angled face brush. I got a lot of my brushes from BH Cosmetics. I'm just gonna take this and swipe it along, kind of like I'm putting on blush. I'm not really contouring with this, but I am going along the jawline, or not the jawline, the cheekbones. And I take it up to kind of bronze my hairline. If you don't have like a big forehead, I don't think I have a big forehead, but I still like to kind of blend everything so I don't look weird with just bronzer on my cheeks. You can contour your nose a little bit. I sometimes do this. And then underneath the bottom lip, and then underneath the jawline. This is a very messy like contour. I wouldn't even call this contouring. It's just bronzing the face. So I do highlighter next. My all-time favorite is the MAC Soft and Gentle. I'm running out, but I have so many other highlighters. I probably will repurchase this once I go through the rest of my collection. But I take this on this little, I wouldn't even call this a fan brush, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush. It's A23. And I just kind of dip it in the product and swipe it across the top of my cheekbones, top of my eyebrows, little on the forehead, tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And then I take my blush brush and my blush. I again have a ton of blushes. This one in particular is the bomb. It's called Cabana Boy. I've had this forever. And I just smile and take it across my cheeks. a little bit on the forehead, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for the face. I'm gonna move into just doing a little bit on my eyes. I really don't plan on doing much with this today, but I'm gonna use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Again, something I've had forever, well worth the price tag. This palette is amazing if you are not somebody that likes crazy colors and just want something natural, but you can definitely do like so many different looks with this palette. I'm taking my blending brush. It's like a dome shaped blending brush, and I just dipped it in this color as well as this color. As you can see, I use them a lot. Tap off the excess and do like half moon windshield wiper motions in the crease of your eye. This just kind of gives your eye a little bit of a dimension. I'm then gonna go in, sorry, that's my phone. I'm then gonna go in with these white shades, and I'm going to pop that on my eyelid, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to highlight my brow bone. And how I do that is with a highlighter. You can use eyeshadow. I just have this on hand. It's easy grab for me. And this is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm, same brand as the blush that I have. And I just take like, you could take really any brush to highlight your brow bone. I like this big one. And just swipe it up there. And I also do it in the inner corners of my eye to brighten things up too. And then I'll go back with my blending brush and blend out any harsh lines from putting the highlighter on, and also the eyeshadow on my eyelid. You can't go wrong with blending more. That's always my #1 rule. Blend, blend, blend. Blending is key.
Hey guys, just me again. So I apologize for the footage that you're about to see. I'm sorry, little man's fussy. I totally cut off my face, hence my lack of skills with videography. So I promise I will be doing an updated like brow tutorial for you. As you will see in the video, you will not really see much of me filling in my brows due to the angle that I was videoing from. So I will post that for you guys really soon. I might even do it tomorrow just because I feel bad that it got cut off. So anyway, patience, thank you. Appreciate all of you. And let's get back to the video.
So my next step would just be to curl my lashes and then do my mascara. I use the Voluminous Lash Paradise. Huge dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this stuff. It's cheap. It's like half the price of the Too Faced one. And I actually like this better than the Better Than Sex because this doesn't leave those black specks all over your face, whereas that one did for me. Maybe I just got a bad couple, jars of it, but at the same time, this is so much cheaper and it's easily accessible at any drugstore. Whereas, I'd have to order online or go to Sephora or to Ulta, and I like things now that I can just run to the drugstore real quick and go pick up. But the next series of my videos, I plan on taking this look from daytime to nighttime. That way, like, if you are a stay-at-home mom or if you work and this is like a go-to makeup look for work, It'll be an easy transition from day to night, and it may take a few minutes. So I plan on doing that next, so just stay tuned for that. I also plan on doing a brow demo if you guys want to see how I more precisely fill in my brows. This is, again, like more of a rush job. So I do plan on doing that. The lip gloss that I'm going to use today is by Buxom. I usually don't put anything on my lips, but today I feel like I need something. I probably won't reapply this throughout the day. There's really no reason to, but this is something I got in like a little kit. It came with like liquid lipsticks. I have a few other ones too, but they're really nice. They actually have like a very pepperminty feel to them. So this is an Alexis, and this is just like a clear, shiny lip gloss. And that's it. So this is the look. This is the final look. There are a lot of steps that I did today on myself that you could probably skip. Number one, I could probably have skipped highlighter. I don't have to wear highlighter every day. Not something that you necessarily need. I like looking very glowy just because I feel like it makes me look more awake and more presentable. So that's just me, not something you have to use. I do think bronzer is necessary, definitely blush. If you're somebody who's a little bit more pale, you don't have much pigment to your skin right now, and you kind of want to look more awake, a little bit more tan, give yourself a nice glow, that bronzer and that blush are really gonna help, you know, your face pop. The other thing too, if you're not gonna do foundation of any kind, I do recommend doing some kind of BB cream or CC cream. This stuff is awesome. This is the It Cosmetics CC cream. It's a color correcting full coverage cream. It is very full coverage, but the great thing about this is I use this more in the summer because this is great for the beach and it's easy to put on. You don't even have to use a sponge. I use my hands a lot of times putting this on, but you can use anything you want. You can use a brush, you could just use a sponge, whatever. This stuff blends out so nicely. A little bit goes a long way, and it's SPF 50, which is awesome. So they have this in a couple different colors. This is medium, so this is more my tone during the summertime. And I did go back to this just recently, but it's a little bit too dark for me, so I am saving it like for the summer. And I do plan on repurchasing it. It's almost gone, but I love this stuff. It's very hydrating. It gives you a nice glow. It will cover up a lot of dark circles, you know, redness, and you don't need a lot of it. I would pair this with a concealer just because, I mean, you don't have to, but I always say definitely do concealer if you don't do anything else. If you don't do this or any kind of foundation, and just blend out under the eye. The brighter under the eye, the better you look. I feel like it changes your whole face, and you know, you could do the same routine, like just under the eye, a little bit on the forehead, down the nose and the chin, and really blend it well, like with your fingers you could even do, or use a sponge, just because that's really gonna help make you look more awake. And I feel like that's the key to looking better. And so if you don't do anything else, that is definitely something I recommend doing. Blush, bronzer, concealer, mascara. If you're not going to do anything else, those are my top things that I will definitely do. But this is my most basic face that I do on an everyday basis. Again, if it's too much for you, pick out what works for you. You know, you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money on the products that I'm using today. Use what you have at home. The #1 products that I say that you need in your makeup bag, as per requested from my sister-in-law, I would say a bronzer, good blush, concealer, mascara. Definitely need some at least a lip gloss of some sort, or if you have lipstick. Definitely foundation. The beauty sponge is amazing. You don't need a primer, but it is good to have. You don't have to have this. And just some good brushes. I tend to like a lot of different brushes. These two in particular from Beige Cosmetics, I'll link them below. They're very inexpensive and great brushes. I've had these forever, and they're really good quality. This is an It Cosmetics brush. I got this in a kit with a couple other brushes, and I really like them. They're great brushes, but a little bit pricey. And the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I bought this because everybody else had it and I had to have it too. But again, you don't have to use this. I have another brush, which, don't judge me, is very dirty. This is a, it's from Mikasa Beauty. This is very inexpensive compared to this. And you can use something like this too. You could also use like a big blending brush, a big dome blending brush. I don't have one, but if I wanted to use this to highlight, I totally could. Don't use it after you've used your eyeshadow. Make sure it's clean. But again, couple brushes that you need: big powder brush, blush brush. This is a bronzing brush. I also have, you know, your blending eyeshadow brush, your dome brush, and something to apply on your eyelids. I have this one that I use for my highlight eyeshadow. I have this to apply on my eyelid. This is another one with that set from IT Cosmetics that came together. And then something for your brows. If you're not going to do a powder, which if you do a powder, the pain in the butt is you need a brush to apply it with. So again, you know, an angled brush with a spoolie is great. So if you do a pencil, you don't need any of that because usually the pencils come with a spoolie. So that's why I like them better. It's just like, again, an extra step that you need. So I think that I'm gonna end the video here. That concludes my get ready with me everyday busy mom lifestyle makeup. If you guys wanna see anything else, or if you have any questions about what I did today, leave a comment below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be back hopefully with my brow tutorial and anything else that you guys wanna see. So stay tuned.